Whenever I'm with you, I am alright. There's something about the way you make me feel inside. I'm counting down the days till we fly away.
I'm going to be eating here at the Presidio Pizza Company. Not sure how good it is. We'll find out. I'm liking the place so far. Smells good. Alright, so we went to the restaurant. We're waiting here on our pizza. So far, a lot of walking and bus riding today. Things are spread out, and there's some areas where the buses don't stop very often, I don't think. Which is where we've been, so a lot of walking and busing. In terms of like huge, big tourist things to see, I like the ferry house. That was nice. Otherwise, the full house is just, you saw it. Okay. What did we see before this? Oh, the Lombardo Street, whatever it is. The one you went for. It was kind of neat just to see it. But fine. Otherwise, I think next we'll try to hit Golden Gate Street and maybe the park. So far, San Francisco is doing good. Probably my favorite city. I'm visiting California so far, so Sandy's back. How was your food?
So we got our pizza and bruschetta. Ryan got his pizza. How is it?
So far.
Good? So we're getting coffee at this Roundhouse Cafe next to the Golden Gate. Look at that. It's bobbed over. That's the Golden Gate. You can't see it. Completely fogged over. It literally took us 5 million hours to get here because we messed up the buses. And now we can't even see the Golden Gate Bridge. Sad, sad day. But of course Ryan has to get coffee. There he is. Always going to the bathroom or getting coffee. He thinks he's so suave. He doesn't know that I'm watching him right now. He doesn't know at all until he looks right at me. Nope. He still doesn't know. Oh, I hope he doesn't pick his nose on camera. That'd be embarrassing. Don't do it. Don't pick your nose.
Fisherman took the trolley to take World War II and he beat the Battle of Pearl Harbor here against the Sudanese.
I don't know what he's talking about. stuff in Ogden High School.
They teach real good. Neat little view here with this little rock in the water. Pretty cloudy out there, and then we got some nice blue sky over here. No idea what parts we're in. Pretty popular for vehicles, obviously. Pretty sweet how the clouds go through the mountain like that and sort of dissipate over here. Pretty cool. Can't see much of the bridge. Anyway. A little less windy right here than it is over on the bridge. But yeah, we just walked that entire freaking thing. And we plan on walking back. Hereabouts. Alright, we were walking through Golden Gate Park. Very wooded. Very garden-esque. We even have a dirt trail here. Almost got ran over by a bike. Nice little lake area here. Wait, where are we going? Oh, is it? Okay, we can go see that. And let's go that way. Why is this historical, you may ask? I have no flipping clue.
Florida residents, California, and past streets today. Vice President and the sellers of Florida Company. 1906.
Okay.
That way.
Oh, that way. He's like, I want to hang out with you guys. Yeah, these are pretty aggressive birds. They're all just chilling like good ones. All here. Under the bridge, but we can't see the rest. Feeds after there, I'm sure. We're almost to the top of Strawberry Hills, I believe what they call it. Alright. Get a good view of the city right here. Got a cool church. It's pretty neat. The sound of the water and wind down below. Kind of interesting guy. Little flowers on it. Little pricklies too. So this is where an observatory used to be, I believe. But now it's a butterfly haven, supposedly.
Exactly. Diaphanos? I don't even know how to say that. What'd you get?
Chiopino, their signature dish.
Has seafood in it. I got crab cakes and it smells delicious. Where we go, there's Madame Tussauds and Ripley's, believe it or not, even in Europe.
More like a Guinness World Records thing.
Yeah, but that's even in Europe. Remember Amsterdam? That's where they have the old, like, old arcade penny things.
What?
You wanna go in there?
Sure.
Like, do you remember Princess Diaries when they go to the pier and they play the games, the penny games?
I don't remember.
Jeez.
I remember watching that movie and thinking, wow, this is really bad, actually.
I'm like, that was karma, and it just hit you. Making fun of Princess Diaries. You've tripped quite a few times. There's one of these times you're gonna go down.
There's like 3 magic.
You are freaky. Good morning. It is our last day of vacation. Sunday. Anyway.
Go back to the real world.
Look, I have to work on Tuesday. Our flight leaves like
summer is almost gone.
at 5:50 in the morning tomorrow. Oh, it's dark.
Hello, my name is Gerald. Drink a coffee like this.
Yes.
How's that going for you?
It tastes very good. You can see me.
It's a little dark, it's a little light. Alright, Ryan got some nasty salmon.
What are you saying nasty?
I don't like salmon. I don't like salmon.
It was also the buttermilk pancakes, so I probably went with the better route.
I went with the healthier route. And then I had an egg white omelet, some potatoes, and some toast. I will not eat that all. That is a lot of food. Got all these old buildings here. That one's pretty cool up there. And then we have Nordstrom and Bloomingdale's that are huge. It's kind of a cute little place. So, what I was saying before is we ate breakfast. Now we are headed to Pier 39, which apparently has sea lions. We're on the movie Milk car. You guys know the movie Milk? We are at Pier 39, and supposedly there are sea lions. There's this cool crab sculpture there. Of course, we got our pigeon friends. So we're gonna find the sea lions.
the loner. No one likes him. They think he's stupid. And now he's here all by himself. It's real sad. He wishes he had some friends, but he doesn't.
One guy and
He's a loser. Dummy. Sculpture of some sort here. Skygate.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready?
There's Alcatraz right there.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know a single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. Let me be real here. When I see you, my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and playing and waiting.
Okay, who here is within like a U.S. but outside California? Oh, I see a pink over there. Yes, ma'am. Iowa. Do you know that one of the convicts here at, on Alcatraz was Darwin Coombs from Iowa? Ohio, sorry, I don't know why I said that. Ohio, and he actually came out and volunteered once it became a park. And he said that he often thought that he was going to die alone and be buried with no one, but he had over 100 people and they were all Park Service. So he really liked that. He was a great guy. He was just a bad bank robber. So once again, my name is Mother Constance. I'm a volunteer here at Alcatraz. To me, the year is 1863 and all y'all are in your underwear. Shame on you.
Because we're told these were cannon ports at one time and not windows.
But they weren't very accurate. They were big, they were powerful, but they were terrible in trying to clean properly because the cannonball would wobble. Now we're getting toward the entrance to the fort, but I want to tell you about these gardens because these weren't here originally. You know, this was just a bare rock, basically. So the army came, they built the dock, they built these roads. All the roads you walk on are from the Civil War era. And then they built barracks for the enlisted men. And finally they got around to making these really nice Victorian homes for the officers. Because the officers in the army did pretty well, right? So these nice homes up there, and then they could bring their wives and their children over. Well, the wives got over here, and they saw they're living on a bare rock. So they said to their officer husbands, honey, could you send soldiers over to Angel Island and bring back dirt for our gardens? Because how can we have tea without a garden? We can't have a garden without a dirt.
So over here is where they kept the very first prisoners in 1863. The Southerners who were trying, they were kept below down here in this grate, in this room, as where the first prisoners of Alcatraz were kept. They were trying to rob a Union ship of its gold out of San Francisco. Of course, the captain of the Confederate fleet blabbed at a bar at what they were doing, and they were greeted with a pretty sizable Navy force. Of course, our tour guide is making note that it was a clubhouse library, despite what many are trying to say. Now just a ruin.
Like 200 pounds.
Oh, they got more.
Yeah.
Over here. They're just told the story of some escapes. There's 14 attempted escapes on the island, 2 successful. So the very first one was 2 years after using this as a, I think, an official penitentiary, and a gentleman was shot dead off the the gate. I believe though the two escapes that were successful, it didn't work out too well for them and probably died in the current 1945 escape story.
There's one man named John Giles, one inmate here, who got the really unusual job of coming down onto the dock and loading the clean uniforms from the dock onto the army boat. And that's what he did all day long. And he got that job because he never got into trouble, behaved himself. They thought they could trust him. So he got the job. That's what he did all day long. But I bet you can guess what his plan was. His plan was to steal a uniform, get on the army boat as a soldier, get over to the Presidio and make his escape, which is much easier than swimming, right? Mm-hmm. So he got a waterproof canvas bag he found in the kitchen, stole it, took it down to the dock and put it behind the building down there. And one day when the guy wasn't looking, he would steal a shirt, put it under his coat, and take it over and put it into the bag, all in less than a minute. Then he'd wait 2 years later, and he'd steal a pair of pants. And then 2 years later, a hat. So he was very clever about this, very determined. After many years, he had a full uniform. Then he watched and waited to see what would be a good day. There was one day when they're very busy on the dock. So he waited for that day, and he would practice in his cell, getting his clothes on and off really quickly. So the day came, he went behind the building, got into that soldier's uniform he had stolen, and he walked across the dock, got onto the army boat, and the army boat left. He'd escaped, right? Well, he made some mistakes. First mistake was that he had stolen a sergeant's uniform, and because he'd stuffed it in the bag, it was all crumply. The sergeant wouldn't be wearing a crumpled uniform. And second mistake is he went down into the engine room, thinking nobody would notice. Everybody was wondering, what's the sergeant doing down in the engine room? And then they looked at his shoes. They weren't army shoes, they were prison shoes. And this was the final blow. He didn't know this, but the boat was not going over to the Presidio, it was going over to Angel Island on a work detail. So he's going to be found out anyway. But anyway, they sent a police boat over, they arrested him over on Angel Island, brought him back here, put him in solitary, and then he went to trial. He decided to defend himself. He said, "Your Honor, I never escaped. I was on a federal boat going to a federal island, coming back to federal prison. I was always under federal custody. I never escaped." And the judge said, "You know, that's a very creative defense. I'm very impressed. You did a great job. That's amazing. You're still getting 5 years on your sentence for escaping, but I really want to hand it to you for a great defense." Well, the only payoff for him was from then on, everybody called him Sarge, because he sold the Sarge's uniform.
Here's the morgue back in the day, next to the water tower. From 1910 to 1960. This is the same HP printer that printed off Al Capone's processing documents, which were processed on this computer. And this was the server they used for internet back in the day. Pretty cool. Inside one of the prison blocks. Prison block B. That was Michigan Avenue we just passed. Pretty crazy. inside of a cell. Stephanie was wanting to book a room here to stay the night, but decided against it. Spiral staircase. Alcatraz officer uniform. Oh, quite the view here.
Oh, there we go. He was keeping a little fish with him. He just wanted to share. He's like, fine, you can have some. Oh, I caught it here. Caught all that. Yep. I believe that's Golden Gate Bridge over there.
Just finished our tour for Alcatraz. It's pretty cool. I'm sure Ryan narrated the whole thing for you.
Very exciting.
We're gonna go find food because I'm starving.
Pretty neat city in the back there with the tower.
Up our last night here in San Francisco. The weather is perfect and the sun is setting. And we have to go pack our life back up and get organized because our flight leaves at 5:50 in the morning. Not our choice. Our flight got moved. Oh, we need another block. And yeah, it's been a great trip. I'm not ready to go back to work on Tuesday. That is going to suck. But, did you have a good time? Huh?
Huh?
Did you have a good time?
Absolutely. It was the best time.
So,
It was a very good time.
we got more trips planned. then on our flight, we're heading to Phoenix, and then we'll head to Omaha. We had a good vacation, and it's slowly ending. And it's really early. We left at what time? 3:15, 3:20.
Yeah, 3:15.
I woke up at 2:40. I wasn't even asleep.
I was on how you're waking up so late. Actually, did you even get up at 2:40?
I got up right when your alarm and my alarm went off.
2:50 alarm went off. You were still in bed.
I got up right at 2:40. Don't lie. Don't laugh.
Don't lie.
I didn't. I swear. I set my alarm for 2:40. Alright, where am I taking off?
Say my name until the city burns and the stars fade away and your scars don't hurt. Stay with me until the last man falls. I don't need them anyway. When I'm with you, I have it all. Oh, I'll never let you slip away. Oh, and you don't have to be afraid.